What's up, everybody? How's it going? Does it always look like that with the comments like completely covering your face? I don't know.
Yeah, but it says they pop up, so.
Gotcha, gotcha.
Is that gonna fall over?
Does kind of look like it's tilting a little bit. Maybe.
We'll go for
Everyone loves a good camera drop. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up as you come in, as you start seeing this. Tonight it's tea on the couch with Cody and Amber.
Did you forget my name for a moment?
Yeah, sometimes that happens. What's up, Raphael? Look, everybody. Look at our new addition to our living room. Got the tree. And check this out. Stockings. Look over there. Diagonal stockings. You saw us make that decision today, or on the vlog if you watched it. Good, Finn. I'm glad, man.
Yeah, we're pretty proud of our tree.
What do you want to talk about?
Perfect size. Somebody did ask a question like right away.
Cool.
Ryan
Before we get
Davis.
to that, did everybody watch Sarah Dietschy's new video about how great New York City is? Do you think that Amber and I should move to New York City? Oh, is Mom here? Is Mom and Dad here yet? My mom and dad?
Not that I see.
Do you have your phone? Let's text them, make sure they know. Let's talk about mics. I did and I don't. What's up? What's up? Cool. What?
You can look on my phone too. I mean my computer.
I'm good. Sorry, Angela. Yeah, go to sleep. Thanks so much for being here to say that. 35 watching, if you could all go, just minimize the chat for a second. Like hit X on the chat, go hit the thumbs up button, and then click on chat again. That'd be super dope. Would love that. Thank you. Done, Josh says, done. Josh, I don't think that. I think that, yeah, secret. All right. So, Sarah Dietschy's video. If you haven't watched Sarah Dietschy's video, you should go and watch it. Everyone's saying done. Yep, 23. Love it. Everyone crushed it. Great work. Judy, thank you.
And just to follow up, like, I don't want to move to New York City. In case anyone was wondering.
Ryan, thanks for doing it at 7:40. What was Ryan's question? He rotated the camera and shot in and out of his time with the music.
No.
What do you mean time?
How do you time your camera roll transitions when you're shooting them?
Yeah. I like to keep the camera moving the entire time I'm swiping it. So let's do a quick tutorial. Sorry, we really get like woven into the chairs and stuff when we set this up. Here's the tutorial.
Yeah, we kind of get stuck.
Okay, point it at me, please.
Okay.
All right, so let's say that I was gonna take a B-roll sequence of this tree. So it's actually already in. It's already in 120. So yeah, it's good. Shutter's at 1/250th because that's as close as I can get to 1/240th. So you want to try to double the frame rate with the shutter speed. Yeah, so if I was gonna get this light, wait, aim it down a little bit at me. Yep, it's perfect, it's perfect. All right, so if I'm gonna get one of these lights, what I do is I'm gonna set focus right here on the light, right? Boom, got it. I'm wide open, so like very, 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 very thin focal plane right here. Then what I do is I start recording the key that I think is you want to keep the movement going the entire time, but you want to slow down at the peak of it when you want the camera to hit focus. So I want to hit focus right there. So what I would do is I bring the camera down, swoop up to there, moving the whole time, and then down like that. All right? Let me give you a replay. I start down here, swoop up to here, hit focus, but still moving the entire time. That way, when I go back to edit it, it doesn't, I can choose the amount of time that I want it to be in slow motion. Like, and it'll always be a seamless transition from movement to slow motion to movement. And like, there's never an actual like pause and break before it swoops out. Does that make sense? Everyone want to see what I did? I do.
Tina asked, why don't you use shutter angle of 180?
I don't know how to turn that on my camera. Here's what we're looking at.
Reflective.
Can't really see anything. What are we looking at here?
It's reflecting like the comments.
It's like the couch.
There's the tree.
Yeah, swooped up. Am I swooping up? Am I getting? Yeah. Here we go. I'm coming in. No, I don't know. All right, I must have just been testing it.
Now you're up.
Get ready. Here we go. Who's ready? Get ready. Now I'm coming. Yeah, so just like a little bit of a slow down at the top. All right, everybody got it? Everybody feel like they got it? That's what I do. That's how I do those.
Best tutorial ever. No sarcasm.
Who said that?
Andrew Baxter.
Awesome. Did the shirt. All right, don't know.
Dig
Start
the
a
shirt.
tech review channel. Afraid people like Peter, you and Matt are starting a tech review channel soon, although I'm afraid people like you, Maddie, and all other YouTube friends won't recognize me anymore. Why, dude? Are you starting it under a new name or something?
Or
Just
saying
be like,
you're starting it.
no, he's saying he's starting it. Starting a tech review channel.
I read that differently.
No, Finn says he's starting it, and he's afraid we won't recognize him. Just be like, it's me, Finn. That's all you gotta do. No prob. No prob, dude. All right. Finn's cat's watching it with him. Will it be in focus if you're not in the exact same spot? No, Graphic Muse, it won't. So you got to get right back to that exact same spot. That's why I like to think of it like martial arts. It's like, it's an art, you know? It's like how are you going to find that spot again? You got to like, you got to get it. And then like sometimes you don't. And that's fun too. Because then it's like, you know, the progress and the movement. We did have a nice Thanksgiving, Cote. Thank you. Gina's here. Gina, what's up? Brian? Are you on me or you?
I'm me.
Great. We can finally get Brian as a mod on this thing. I mean, every time I see him and he's not a mod, I'm just like, what is happening? Brian Sellars, thanks, man. Happy Thanksgiving to you.
A double date.
As if you're in pajamas.
No. Oh, they are. Yeah.
I'm basically in my pajamas. I'm in as appropriate as pajamas as I can be in. I asked a question, but it's a little bit up there. Hello, Brian's. Gina, what'd you say? Let me find you. Gina.
I think we gotta go down.
Craig, great to see you, man. Gina. On moving to end my C topic, where would you live if you could live anywhere? Or would you say exactly where you are? I live in New York City. No,
I think the reality is we lead very different lives, like professionally.
She leads a lonely life.
And
ever heard that song? I think it's Ace of Base. I
don't know off the top of my head.
Sorry, go ahead. We lead different lives. What?
We have different.
Me and you?
Yeah. Like it makes sense in YouTube Cody world to like move to a city, or it might make sense for some.
Right.
But that would leave me and the girls in the city, and we have like so much family and community here.
It's just community. It's just friends. That's the biggest reason. Friends and family, the biggest reason we can't do it. My sister and my 2 nieces do live in New York City,
Right.
so we would have them, but it would be like a matter of trying to, and we would do it, like we would build a whole new community there. It's just we love our community here.
Yeah.
The city's only 3 hours away by train.
Yeah.
You know? 3 hours, it's only gonna get faster.
You're done.
I'm gonna install a Hyperloop. From my house to the city. I'm gonna get up there in 20 minutes. It's gonna be rad. Brian, thank you for dropping that link. You read my mind. Thank you. Oh, that she wants is another baby. She's going to Mar for him. That is a good song. Haven't heard that one since I was like,
oh my goodness.
I don't know, 12. I think Abra and Adrian used to sing that one. 16K. I know, that's crazy. I love that. I love that, Raphael. Sounds like Cody would not think twice to move to the city. Amber, not so much. I mean, I would think twice. I would think 20 times, maybe 200 times. I'd think a lot about that. But no, I mean, I would be open. But that's also how we've always been, right?
What? What are you gonna say?
I was gonna say, like, I always thought that we would move away, and you didn't. But we thought we would move away.
We thought we would move away for like a period of time when we were starting.
Live in Northern California once, but leave before it makes you soft. Live in New York City once, but leave before it makes you hard. Could you please drop the link? Could one of you mods please decipher what song that was from? And then drop the link? That'd be great. Thanks. One of my favorite songs. Cox Family Adventures, it took some time. So she was always, I like talking about this. We've covered this numerous times before, but I don't ever care because I like talking about it. She was down. Like, okay, no, let me back up even further. Does everyone want to talk about this? I feel good.
Go ahead. There are some questions that we can address after.
All right, we'll get to those next. I'm just having fun. 2 years ago or 3 years ago, or I don't know how long ago, whenever I first brought up the idea of a vlog, she was like, nope, too much work. It's going to take you away from whatever too much. No. And we're like, nope. So then I brought it up again a couple months later, still no. Brought it up again a couple months later, still no. Like, it was always on, it was in the foreground, especially when I was like watching Casey, and I would watch Casey with Finley on the couch, and we'd watch like 6 episodes of Casey, and like Amber would be in and out watching him sometimes, and Finley would be like, Casey, and she'd like want to see him. So it was always like at the forefront, but I think we'd all agree, just watching Casey's vlogs, you realize this would take a lot of time and effort. And so, yeah, by the time it actually got around to when I brought it up and Amber was like, yeah, I think it's important to you. I think it's something you can do. I think it's going to be helpful for business. I think all those things. And I had said, like, this is what I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it in the morning or at night. I'm just not going to watch TV anymore, so I can reallocate that time and edit during that. And she was like, if you stay inside those parameters, I think it'll work great. So at first, for like the first, I don't know, 4 or 5 months, and I would pretty much stick inside those parameters. I did go outside them from time to time, but like it was also a time in my life when I was just getting more and more serious about work and like hustling hard. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And so you were like seeing that, and Amber comes from a family of like very, very hard workers and people who are sacrificing everything to put in work. So I think that you respected that. Mm-hmm. And we're just like generally excited about it since I wasn't a super hard worker before that, you know? Like you were like seeing me passionate about something that pumped you up.
Right.
But, so like you were fine with it. But then after my channel exploded and I got home from Toronto and you know, it seemed like, oh man, this could become like a viable revenue stream, and like not that, like beyond that, just like you're really starting to touch and affect people's lives the way that a lot of people's lives the way that you wanted to. I forgot to get the charger thing.
I can get it.
She was just like, yeah, just go for it. Like, just go all in, whatever you got to do, spend as much time as you want, and that sort of thing. So the whole time, though, even now, to this day, she's always said, I'm super comfortable being in the vlogs. You can, like, show as much of our lives as you want to show, within reason, obviously. But just know, like, I'm just going to be myself. She's like, I'm not going to be anything different. I'm just going to be myself. I'm not going to put on any sort of face for the vlog. And she's still like that to this day. Like, like when I turn the camera on her, she's just like, whatever face she had on stays that face, you know, and she just is her real self, and like, you know, expresses her true feelings in it and stuff. So I think as long as that, I think those are the two ways to answer that question. Simply Beth. Baz Luhrmann, there it is. What was I gonna say? Okay, sorry, now I'm... No, dude, it's just the thing. It's just the song. Yeah. Buenos dias, vlogs. Thanks.
I like hearing you talk about it.
Good.
I like hearing you talk about my thoughts about it.
Yeah.
I would say that's pretty accurate.
Good. I don't know where we're at. I don't know if anyone was actually tracking me or if they were just talking to each other or what was happening. No, hey Joe, I saw you tweet about it though, man. I can't wait to watch it. I'm super amped to watch it. I put it on my watch later.
There were some questions up here. In Final Cut, can you graph out a speed ramp?
You can, well, no, you can't graph it, but you can like use this weird speed ramp tool that like does it. But no, the only way to do it in Final Cut easily is go like 1,000% to like slow motion back to 1,000%. So yeah, that's that.
Do you have content planned for 2019?
Yeah, I mean, it's coming into view. I think it's probably going to be like 3 times a week in 2019. I can talk a little bit about that. I think that 3 times a week is actually like perfect for supply and demand, and for YouTube being able to share stuff enough, and being able to like, I think an issue that I have right now is that right around the time YouTube starts really pushing one of my videos, I'm releasing another video. And then YouTube goes and thinks, oh, this is his newest video, we should think about pushing this video, and it pushes that video less. So I think a channel can actually grow better in a not daily format. I mentioned that in a vlog recently, but so that's why I don't think, it's in terms of growth, I don't think that you need to feel bad ever for not being a daily person. I think I watched like about an hour. I think the last time I looked at the app, it was about an hour of YouTube a day that I watch.
Any big plans for your 365th straight daily vlog?
Yeah.
Next. Oh, man. Everyone likes your singing voice. We have to do our song for
Edie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was on here. If you're on here, it's
Tina, so, but with the shutter angle thing, like, so I'm constantly over cranking whenever I'm not using an ND filter. Would I not be able to do that if I changed my GH5 to shutter angle mode instead of shutter speed mode? Or would like, is maybe there still is a way to over crank with shutter angle? I don't know, but it works for me, so that's just why I do it like this. Yeah.
Oh, Tina talked about.
How much will a channel grow once every 8 weeks upload? That's my pattern. Right, Tina. Like if I need to, like if something super exciting happens 4 days in a row, I can like plan out to daily vlog those 4 exactly. So I'm not worried about that. Craig says my lip syncing voice is still the best.
Buenos Dias Vlog said, I'm not in a hurry to grow my channel, but I am into making videos. What are some of your thoughts to alternatives to growth besides seeking collabs with large or larger channels?
If you gotta try to figure out an explosive video title, thumbnail, and content strategy for a vid, like something that could explode, something that you think, this is really important, I want to watch this, and I think that other people would want to watch this. I think that's the way to grow a YouTube channel. And then just consistency. I do think that consistency is super important. So I'm not sure if you're saying like you don't want to be consistent but you still want to grow, but I do think that those two things are in direct conflict with one another.
Viva talked about you in his live tonight.
I know. I was supposed to be there.
Oh no.
Sorry, dude. Was it good, Joe?
Joe's just watching the lives in his pajamas.
Yeah, I want to go back and watch that.
I can try to remind you.
The whole, it's like what the whole live was about, was just like the dark side of full-time YouTube. Guess what, everybody? On Twitter, I'm at 3,996 people. I think the best editing software is DaVinci Resolve. 100%, Brian. 100%, Brian answered that one. Never realized your lens just adjusts the aperture that way. Yep. I mean, I do a lot of times have an ND filter on the end of that 35mm lens, but yeah, all those times I was reaching it, the aperture on my lens is the closest to the end of the barrel, and then the focus is the closest to the body side of the barrel. So I'm adjusting aperture. I don't think I ever showed you the fantastic thing about this lens. Check this out. So one of the issues with a full manual lens like this is that you always have whenever you're trying, well, and actually not for automatic lenses, whenever you change the aperture on your automatic lens, and on most lenses it does this, right? Hear that clicking? So like the aperture is like clicking, it's like clicking down, click, 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 you know, it's like clicking different apertures. See that? See what's happening there? That's cool. Look, that's Amber. We're looking at Amber right now. If we do it that way. Oh, look
Upside
at that.
down?
Yeah, it comes into the camera upside down. So like there's wide open, then we're like stopping down, stopping down, stopping down, stopping down. Boom, right? Until the thing's like almost basically completely close. Well, on these lenses, so that's clicked, right? Hear it? When you push this thing down and spin it right on the end of the barrel, you can spin it over to the declicked version of that. Look at that. Now it just smooth. See? So like, I can just change the aperture without it making that crazy clickingness. Isn't that so fun? I love these things. Love these things so much. It's one of the reasons why it would be hard for me to ever switch to a different lens series, just because I love these so much. Sorry, maybe that's TMI. A lot of you don't care about this stuff, but it makes me excited.
I feel like a lot of them do. They're
good.
I don't understand it, but
good. And that's
I'm just
clicked.
here to
That's
learn.
clicked versus declicked. Oh, spilled my tea.
Oh,
Sorry.
a lot of it.
Win some, you lose some.
Oh. I'm too tired to get up.
It's fine. It was mostly
It's
clear.
Water.
Water, honey, and tea. Yeah.
Our carpet's not great.
No.
It's okay.
When we moved into this house, they gave us a flooring credit to be able to like re-carpet or re-floor, and we just didn't do that. We just took the money. So this carpet has been in here for almost 20 years. 10 of those years wasn't being used by us. We did get it cleaned. We got the carpet cleaned.
Yeah.
How do you promote your videos without spamming people? Like one of the ways that I like to do it, and it's how we suggest to do it in the No Small Creator Facebook group, is like do a very compelling teaser that's 10 seconds long that just gives the gist of the video in a 10-second, like 10 to 20-second format. Put that in front of people. Facebook, Instagram story, Twitter, and then, you know, they'll probably watch the entire 10 seconds of it or 15 seconds of it. And if it's something that they're interested in, they'll click over and they'll watch the entire video. And I don't think that that's spammy at all. And I mean, I would, for the first, I don't know, 3 months, 4 months, every single day I would post my video, not in a trailer format, just post the video link to Facebook. And I think the biggest thing was like, I just didn't consider my vids spam at all. I just thought that they were valuable and that, you know, there's like, what if there's people out here on Facebook who want to see this and they're missing it? And so I was just like, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this thing. So, yeah, I don't think you have to worry about it that much, but the way not to do it is to like go into somebody's video and post a link to your video in their video comments. Because YouTube will just legit flag that as spam. So even if they don't consider that spammy, the comment will get spammed, and that doesn't look good for your YouTube account. You know, so don't do it like that. But what else? Non-spammy ways. I mean, I think the other thing is the concept of jab, 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 right hook is like, so this is something that I've been thinking about. Like, I think that my Darkside of YouTube video would be a really cool video for a blogger to embed on a blog post about that topic. So I thought, like, I could just email 10 bloggers and, like, send them the link and say, hey, I don't mean to spam you, but, you know, if you want to use this video, I think it really resonated a lot on YouTube. If you ever plan to make a blog about this topic. But, like, that's a right hook, you know? That's a right hook. So a jab is like you read a blog and you comment on it, and then you read that same blog every week for 2 months, and you become a part of that community, like someone who really is trying to add value to that blogger. And then most likely what ends up happening is that blogger comes and sees some of your stuff because you're actually engaging there, and then she pulls that video over and makes a blog post about it without you ever having to ask. So you don't even need a right hook in that situation. But it's really like make very, 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 very small incremental and authentic steps toward adding value to other people all around you. And then that is actually promoting your work and your videos. Jab, 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 right hook. Gary V.
I liked it.
What, that
Yeah,
explanation?
it's like a whole little message, a whole little...
Yeah. It's tomorrow's vlog, actually. I just recorded that. I'm going to rip that out. Micro content. Another Gary V concept. Just kidding.
Going back to Aperture really quick, Tina asked, what aperture do you usually shoot at? And do you ever go fully wide open?
Yeah.
Is it sharp or soft?
Yeah, so this lens you can go wide open, 0.95, and like it has a little bit of a glow to it, especially around the edges, but like it's sharp enough that it works. On my 10.5 millimeter, you can't go lower than f2 without it just looking super weird, like chromatic aberrations that are like very big and glowing weird green and blue things around the stuff that's supposed to be in focus, that sort of thing. So, excuse me, on my 10.5 millimeter, which is the wide one, which is what I shoot with almost exclusively now, f2 is the lowest I would go. And then on this one, I'll go down to f0.95. Keep in mind that because this is a Micro Four Thirds camera, those numbers, when compared to a full frame camera, would be f0.95 would be f1.9, and f2 would be f4. You know, so just like you double the focal length when you're talking about lenses on a Micro Four Thirds sensor, you also double the aperture. So keep that in mind.
Cox Family Adventures said the Darkside video reset me to have more contentment on our channel. Put it in perspective. Curious, was that a once in a long time thought, or do you wrestle with that more frequently than we'd guess?
Oh yeah, no, actually that's interesting. A couple people asked me something like, or they commented like, Cody just had a bad day, like, happy Cody will be back tomorrow or something. But I was like, no, I actually had a great day that day. It was the middle of the night, so I did seem very tired because I was very tired. But I think that helped with the overall mood of it. But no, those were like, I had formulated that list over the course of like the previous week, and those are all things that I think about, and like the whole title and clickbait and enticing title and enticing thumbnail, and like I'm using my real life to make this content that sort of works as entertainment but also inspiration. All of that stuff, like I think about that every single day. I've thought about that since May, you know? So those are all just things that I've been kind of, that's like the constant dark side of YouTube for me. It wasn't just one thought that I had and got it down and now I'm done. And I think about all that stuff all the time. But I still had a great day that day. I think it's okay to think about dark side stuff and still have great days. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Some people got some snow.
Yeah, someone's stuck in Myrtle Beach. Not a bad place to be stuck. Love Myrtle Beach. This one's for Amber. Appreciate the way you moms support your family and husband's adventures. What's your biggest ask from your husband in all of this? Asking selfishly for my wife. So like, what would be the biggest thing you would ask me in this vlog life? What do you need for you, you know? What are you asking for from me? Like, what do you need from me?
I mean, I think just to like respond when I ask him to do something. You know, like from day to day, there's not like one thing that I can say, I need Cody to do this every day, or I need Cody to do this once a week necessarily. There was a conversation a couple weeks ago of like, I would like you home for bath time at least 2 nights a week.
Oh, right.
Because it was just like a busy few weeks. And so that maybe is something that's more relatable. But otherwise, I just feel like I communicate like when I feel like I can't do this anymore, or I need him to do one little thing that's going to help me out. It's going to make me feel so much better, so loved, especially with the girls, like help with the girls. And so and he is, like, that's the thing. Anytime I ask, he responds, and he doesn't give me a hard time, doesn't roll his eyes, It might take him a couple seconds to like finish up whatever he's doing, but he'll respond, which I always appreciate. I mean, I think that's
Just
kind
respond.
of the, yeah, just
Be
respond.
present.
Yeah, I mean, then not asking for things, it's just like bonus if he's doing something that I don't have to ask, you know, like if I don't have to ask, but.
Yeah, so if you rewind that whole response to the beginning, like something that's amazing about Amber is that she will actually ask me for like what she wants. And so I think a lot of couples have a hard time when either of them, doesn't have to be the woman and asking the man or vice versa, don't like you just think in your head, I wish she was doing this, without actually saying it, because that does feel better to have your spouse be able to sort of do what you want them to do,
Right,
without you having to say anything. But we realized like pretty early on that is a recipe for disaster for us, so we try to ask for whatever we want.
but we still had to keep coming back to it.
Still
like
do.
I
We still
feel,
have to keep coming back even now.
I feel like a lot of our friends, like early on in marriage for the first few years, had the same kind of argument, similar to like our arguments often stemmed around like, I want him to do this, but I don't want to ask him because it feels like me being his mom or whatever. Like I just didn't imagine that was the case. So, yeah, I feel like especially this year, I felt like I just have to get over that. And this season of life is hard with like, it's beautiful and really hard with little ones. It can be extremely tiring and exhausting. So I like need to just kind of get over that. And so, yeah, I feel like this year I really stepped into just asking, not even thinking about it. Whereas earlier years, I would have like thought about, well, maybe he'll do it.
Right. Back to the dark side of YouTube thing, Jay Littman had said, so many people thought I was struggling after that video. Yeah, that's just a really interesting thing, I think. And maybe it's just about daily vlogging, like, and it's sort of like that mismatch between reality and vlog life, is that in a vlog, as an editor, as a storyteller, and a filmmaker, you have to remember that I can really make you feel however I want to make you feel about me from day to day. And so, like, for that video, I needed that video to have a more sobering tone and, like, come across a certain way. You know what I'm saying? Isn't that an interesting thing?
It's creepy. It's weird.
It's not really weird. It's just... I mean, it's the same thing on the flip side. It's like, if I'm not feeling great, but I don't really want to, like, bring your tone down, I'm not going to be like, I feel horrible. I'm going to figure out how to convey my message in a way that's positive and uplifting for that day.
Yeah, you do that pretty well.
Yeah, so it's just one of those things where it's like, there is just a difference in real life. And so I was just watching Becky and Chris's video with Lizzie and Chris Howe, where they like were flying in the helicopter, and then like everything went wrong like 4 times and nothing went right. And I didn't read a lot of the comments, but I can assume everybody loved that vlog. And I think that they really got to the crux of why everybody loved it. And this has happened to me numerous times. When a vlog doesn't go the way you're planning it to go, the viewer gets like a glimpse inside something that is even more real than a normal vlog, because it's like you can see whoever's vlogging kind of processing through, how is this going to affect my vlog and my life, and am I happy or am I sad? You know, like you get like a more of a glimpse into real life. That said, I don't think that it would be very easy to build a channel if that was every single day, like glimpse into real life today, glimpse into real life tomorrow. Because as we all know, real life is oftentimes just very mundane and just happens and whatever. So that's why there are topics, and that's why there is storytelling through vlogging and all that stuff. But and Lizzie brings this up in that video too, like because the little glimpse into it not going right and it turning and it seeming really a lot more like real life is so different. It's like this interesting, it's this interesting new thing that you get a glimpse of. So, yeah, Dave and Laura are texting us. I wonder if I don't think they're watching. Dave,
Yeah.
are you here?
Dave said hi earlier.
Oh, okay, great,
He liked my mug.
cool.
The Dave.
The Dave who now lives in Michigan. With Laura.
They're getting snow too.
Yeah, like 10 inches, he said, right?
Yeah. I'll pass on what I was gonna say.
Okay. Danny, yeah, dude, I really appreciate your comment on that video. Yeah, I think that people care about vlogs, and then I think people also care about evergreen content. I think that YouTube cares about evergreen content, and also vlogs that are interesting. All that YouTube cares about is, did people watch a lot of this video? And did they keep on watching videos after they watched this video? That's what YouTube wants, right? What people want, whoa, sorry, didn't mean to punch you in the knee there. What people want is an emotional connection, something interesting, and to walk away from it feeling like they gained something. That doesn't necessarily have to be a positive thing, and oftentimes I think on YouTube there is a lot of stuff that you can watch and you can walk away from it and you've gained something, but it's like maybe like a weight on your shoulders or like something more negative, right? Which is why I think it's so important that all of us positive people kind of stay in the space, because you know, I think that we have the opportunity to make a lot of positive impact. So yeah, dude, I think they care. I think people and YouTube cares about evergreen, but I think there's still definitely a space for vlogs and you know, more just day-to-day content that as well, because it's a change of pace and because people do, especially your true fans, do like to actually see into your life and see into your day-to-day. I think the thing that I struggle with is when I try to make a vlog evergreen, which I try to, and I've talked about this, I try to make almost all of my vlogs have at least some sort of evergreen thing that will stand the test of time, but still have YouTube treat it like a vlog. And so that's what I was talking about earlier with wanting to update my upload schedule in 2019, is like I wanna reconfigure what YouTube, the algorithm, thinks of me, so that it starts thinking of me more as evergreen content, even though my stuff is gonna stay kind of vlog style. But I just don't think, I think every time I upload a new video, YouTube is resets almost. It's like, okay, how should we think about pushing out this video? How will this video perform? And it stops thinking about some of my older stuff. I have no idea. That's just how that's my interpretation of it.
Cox Family Adventures asked another good question.
Yeah.
Are you ready?
Uh-huh.
I've seen in comments good-natured suggestions for a video, etc. How often do you take suggestions, or do you know where you are going and pass on these suggestions?
I missed it. I was thinking about something else. What was it?
Basically, there's some good suggestions. How often do you take suggestions, or do you know where you are going and you pass on the suggestions? Like comments.
Oh. I only take suggestions if, like, I get really excited about whatever they are. So, like, the I Am No Small Creator video, I was really excited about that. Yeah. I'm just an interesting specimen. Because it's really hard for me to plan stuff out. So, like, even all of the plans that I make myself, I oftentimes get disinterested in those ideas before I actually end up making them. It's much easier for me to just wake up on a day and be like, what's this vlog going to be about? And then make it about whatever comes to mind then, than it is for me to kind of like, so like you just have to realize it. I mean, unless I read a comment right at the time when I'm trying to figure out what the vlog will be for that day, and it kind of strikes me as that's an interesting thing, which has happened actually. But like, say I was reading a comment on yesterday's vlog and I read it yesterday, even if I write it down and then think about making it today, I just probably won't. I probably won't even think about making it today because I'll be on to the next thing. So I don't take many suggestions. But I love them. I love the suggestions, and I do take some. So I'm glad that was a helpful answer for you. Just kidding. It wasn't helpful. That's what I meant. Yeah, I think so too, Simply Beth. They require skill for the average person to keep it engaging throughout. I think it's hard to keep, I mean, I know my analytics will tell you that it's hard for me to keep viewers engaged throughout my videos. So I think, not saying that I'm an above average person, but I am above average in terms of the number of vlogs that I've made, and it's still very hard for me. 6 blind kids. I think that YouTube analyzes channels and decides what type of content we're creating, and the fact that I upload a new video every single day, it thinks of me as a vlogging channel where only the fresh content is the relevant stuff that's worth it thinking about pushing. Whereas I think if my upload schedule was less, it would think about it more like evergreen, more like we could consider pushing this 10 years in the future because he's releasing this stuff to last forever. I think that I've programmed YouTube to think that only my newest stuff is worth looking at. Again, I have zero idea whether that's true or not.
Right.
So you only take suggestions if they're good. That is correct, Dave.
Gus asked, any tips to vlog while working a 9 to 5? By the time I get home in the winter, it's dark and cold out. I think that's a great question.
Yeah, you just got to get a light. Get a little Aperture light or a little Lytra light, just one of those little ones that you charge via USB. Just bounce those things off some white walls near your house. Still go outside. It's freezing cold. Or you can try to make a little studio in your house. We were just talking about how hard it is to record in here. Yeah, it's not easy. Go to a place with a lot of street lights, like the downtown closest to you, if you have one of those. Yeah, it's not easy. Get a camera that does really well in low light. Yeah, Dad, Greg Barthen just said it too. Can you elaborate on the disconnect? So my dad had posted,
they're talking about it.
There will be, in my opinion, an adjustment with the disconnect at 2019. Who's talking about it? Greg in here talking about it. Mm-hmm. There'll be an adjustment with the disconnect, between vlog and real life. So, like, Dad, you think that people will understand better that this is a vlog, not so much real life, when it's less uploads, because they'll just realize, like, this isn't day-to-day. Because it's day-to-day, it makes it seem like this is what Cody's experiencing right now. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Yes. I'm going to get a paper towel for that tea.
I'll get it.
Okay.
I'm just enjoying listening.
Someone did ask you a question.
I already answered it.
Oh, okay.
Right?
There was another one. Remember? Yeah. Danny, the other day, Danny, hopefully you don't mind me telling this. The other day messaged me and was like, dude, if you ever stop vlogging, can you like do a lead up to stopping and like make it a big event instead of all these other people who just like get on, they're like, all right, I'm done, and leave. I was like, Danny, I will 100% do that. Not just for you, but like, I agree, man. I think it's like, I think that it's that Spider-Man quote, with great power comes great responsibility. I think when you set yourself up like this, you just have to realize there's people who are counting on you for things, and you gotta think about those people when you're making things. And I think that that's hard. I think that that's hard. I think that that is a hard thing for any person to deal with. The fact that, like, you know, I'm not responsible for anybody's mood, but in a sense, I do affect people's moods from day to day. And so, like, you can make an argument that, like, well, they need to get better at not allowing a YouTuber to affect their mood. Like, sure, yeah, I agree. We should all get better at not allowing our surroundings to affect our mood. But fact still remains, not everybody is, like, as far along in, like, the emotional development and ability to not allow their environment to affect their mood. And they're watching me, and they like me, and they listen to me, and they look up to me. So I think that that's something that I totally struggle with that. So I think that, yeah, when it comes to if I ever stop, I will legit, like, make an announcement, like, I'm gonna stop in this number of whatever. It'll probably be like Casey, or like those baseball players who say that and they don't retire for like 40 years after that. Just because it'd be so hard for me to ever stop, because I just love it. But yeah, then we'll like make it a big thing. Then there'll be a big party, and it'll be super rad. So don't worry about it.
I mean, if you think about it, like, it's respectful to give. You're supposed to give like 2 weeks notice.
Yeah.
Right. So
Right.
like,
right.
Although I get some people, this might not be their job, and you don't necessarily treat this like a job, but
yeah.
It's like,
I treat it like a job a lot more now than I did.
Right.
Brian, so during Friendsgiving, those new friends didn't want to participate in the vlog. I didn't even ask them, man. I didn't even ask them. It's so hard. I was just talking to Amber about this today. There's just so many layers, you know? It's like you're meeting someone for the first time, and then, like, that takes a whole night right there, just meeting someone for the first time. So then for me to have to be like, what do you do? And then they're like, what do I do? And I'm like, I'm a YouTuber. I make vlogs for a living. And then, like, you know, that brings in like a money component. And then for me to be like, would you mind being in my vlog? Let me try to like capture this slightly intimate moment of you having a good time with your friends for Friendsgiving. It's just kind of like, it's too much. It's too much for me.
Well, and in reality, like, the friends that hosted,
right,
like, we're all kind of connected through them. So
I did put that shot of Derek in, and I didn't ask him if I could. It was such a nice shot, though. He's carving that turkey. Come on.
But like, I'm talking with Kristen about, you know, your vlog and stuff, but I didn't talk with anybody else about it.
Mm-hmm.
It just, like, didn't really, I mean, for me in conversation, it didn't really come up because we're, like, meeting people. And
Simply Beth, you know what that happened to us on? It was that show called Revolution, and they just ended it. And, like, it was right in the middle of the story after season 2, and we never got to see the end of that. So, yeah, don't be a show that gets canceled. Yeah.
I brought a waiver over to my Friendsgiving.
6 blind kids, great. Exactly. So here's something. I think here's the reason that I started thinking this. Right about the time I start seeing the emails that say, you got a new subscriber, you got a new subscriber, you got a new subscriber, basically coming from the video that I had uploaded the day before, right then is when I'm uploading my new video, and then I stop seeing those new subscription emails. Not that subscribers are everything or whatever, like views are everything, whatever. But I think that, uploading every single day somehow interrupts whatever YouTube's doing to push me to new channels that might potentially, or new people that might potentially want to subscribe. So that was a good, that was a good summation of what I was trying to say in that comment. Yeah, I brought a waiver over to my Friendsgiving, LOL. Exactly. Like, and in some ways, it's like that's almost necessary, you know? So I still marvel at Casey just like putting so many kids in his vlogs. I'm always wondering, like, did he ask their parents if he could, you know? Like, because he's legit making a lot of money, you know, there's just so many layers, so, yeah.
It's a joke.
Oh no, I know.
I loved it.
I know. No, right. Yeah. I knew it was
know.
I knew it was a
I
joke.
didn't know.
Oh no, I knew it was a joke. I just meant like that's what it feels like you would have to do.
I believe you.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, I didn't know.
Food was great. Max?
I think because these were our like kind of friends of friends, a waiver would almost feel appropriate in this situation. Whereas like with our closest friends, like if it's our group of friends.
Yeah. I mean, people make jokes all the time though to me of like, will I get a cut of whatever you're making on this vlog? And like I just try to remember that like that was the first time that they made that joke. And like so the fact that I've heard it like 40 times and it's not funny to me anymore, like it is still a funny thing to say. And it's also just one of those things where it's like it's just kind of uncomfortable. Like they're just trying to break the ice about the fact that I use my life to make money in video format. You know, it's like, how do you even know how to talk to somebody about that, right?
Yeah, I don't.
It is funny. What?
Yeah, I haven't like heard those comments. So
right.
I feel like, yeah, you've been feeling some of that, like just not really sure, like with friends or whatever, how to communicate.
Yeah. Right, the friendly reviewer. Yeah. I think the reason it like rubs me slightly the wrong way is probably because I do feel kind of uneasy about it. Like, well, maybe I should give them a cut. You know, like per video on AdSense I make like, you know, not much money, like $10 or $20. So the cut wouldn't be much, but you know, I do think about that. So I think that's just a weird thing.
We're gonna wrap it up soon. So if you have any like last minute burning questions, type them in. Oh, Danny misses Taco Bell.
Oh, sorry, man.
What pushed you to the decision to leave your company and go full time?
Well, so like 3 or 4 months ago, I mean, it's like very complex. I don't have enough time to get into it right now. But 3 or 4 months ago, I had brought up the idea of like, hey, if you wanted to buy me out, just wanted to remind everybody that that is an option here. And like that was a conversation we had had a couple times over the life of us being partners. But at the time, it just didn't make financial sense for them or for the company. So then just recently when I made that vlog about getting bought out, it made more financial sense for the company and for them. And so back then, like 4 months ago when I had said that conversation was part of the conversation where I was like, I'm going to spend more time on YouTube and less time on Cap collective duties. And so I'll take a salary decrease to do that. And, you know, like that was all part of that conversation. And the reason that I wanted to spend more time on YouTube is because I saw the potential. So this was before I got to make the vids with Peter. This was like 2 month.
May.
2 months.
The conversation was May, and it like became effective June 1st.
Yeah.
And Peter was like end of July.
June. So like 2 months before the collab with Peter. So like I think I had maybe like 2,200 subscribers or something, and wasn't getting like crazy views per video. 200 or 300 views per video or something like that. But the community was really like building, and it just all was feeling really good, and I just really wanted to focus on it. So to directly answer your question, that would be the thing that made me want to focus toward moving more toward full-time YouTube, was just how much I loved it and how much I saw the community growing there and the impact that I was having there, and feeling like I was having less impact in my job than I was on YouTube. I think was, you know, I'm a very impact and kind of results, and, you know, want to see people being impacted person. So like that was really, you know, really driver for me. Peter must be out snowmobiling. He loves it. Nah, dude, he's over in Dubai with like a dune buggy and drones, and Maddie and Holiday and Alan, that photography guy that he just introduced us to in Dubai. No snow, just sand.
Polly wanted to know what's something that I like to do besides being a mother. I think these days I just really enjoy spending time with friends. Any kind of like a adult outing that Cody and I get to do. I just love sitting with people, whether it's with coffee or a glass of wine or something, just sitting with people and having like deep conversations. That just like fulfills me and like gives me energy. So I would kind of simply say that. Dave's gonna be in Dubai tomorrow.
No way, dude. It's funny. meet up with them for sure. Finn, my favorite kind of music is electronic dance music, bro. You know, the music that I use in like every single one of my vlogs. It's my favorite kind.
Yeah, people are like, slow some of your music down.
I'm like,
use like more emotional.
I use that music because I like listening to that music, and I have to listen to it like 40 times when I'm editing the vid. So, thanks so much, Chris. That's rad, man. Me too, Amber. All right, we're rolling out. Everybody, drop those emojis about what you're gonna do tomorrow.
Oh, tomorrow?
Yeah.
Oh, this is different. Now
Plans for tomorrow. Drop emojis. Plans, moods, attitudes for tomorrow. Let's crush this thing right now. Emoji time. Get it. Hit it. Love that. Oh
my goodness,
Polly and us
Gina
are totally having a glass of wine together.
Wow.
Let's make that happen ASAP.
We're thinking about Canada.
Everybody's doing rad. Computer. Don't forget the moods and attitudes part. I don't need actual tangible things. I just need to know how you're going to feel tomorrow, what you're going to bring to the table tomorrow. Oh, yeah.
Working out?
Yep.
Fox.
Yep. Love it. Love you, Mom.
Snow. Flying home. This is fun. I'm glad you did this. Oh.
If you hover over them,
if
you can see what
over,
YouTube thinks they mean.
Hugging, kissing.
Curly's drinking a bunch of coffee and doing a lot of laughing. Love it.
Call me.
What's call me?
I think it's call me tone. That.
No, that's it is right. Call me. But I think that they meant it as like a hang 10 type, like surfer cool dude thing.
Sleeping.
Snowing. Love it.
Clapper.
All right, everybody. Good night. Thanks for being here.